Most people think burnout happens because you work too much, but that's not actually the real reason. Burnout often happens when success slowly pulls you away from yourself. And the dangerous part is, it doesn't happen all at once. It gradually happens. One promotion, one opportunity, one extra responsibility, one more late night, until one day you wake up and you realize you've built a life that no longer feels like yours. And that's exactly what happened to me. Hello everyone, Isabelle here. Let's rise a little higher today. And today I want to share a leadership lesson that completely changed my life. And it came from one of the hardest periods I have ever experienced, burnout. The career everyone thought was perfect. For more than 2 decades, I built what most people would consider a very successful career. I climbed the ranks in the optical industry and eventually became director of sales and marketing for a very large company. From the outside, everything looked incredible. I had the title, the responsibilities, the travel, the leadership role. People would look at my career and say things like, "Wow, you've really made it." But behind the scenes, my reality looked very different. My marriage was falling apart. My work environment had become increasingly toxic. And I was working more than 80 hours a week trying to keep everything together. I kept telling myself, just push a little more, just work harder, just get through the season. But this season never ended. Instead, the pressure kept building until eventually my body and mind reached their breaking point. And I was diagnosed with severe stress, burnout, and depression. The moment I realized something was wrong. Burnout doesn't usually appear overnight. It whispers before it screams. And at first, it looked like exhaustion. Then it became like I was irritable. Then it became something deeper, disconnection. I remember moments where I would look at my life and think, how did I get here? Not because I didn't love working. I've always been passionate about leadership and helping people succeed. But somewhere along the way, success had slowly pulled me away from myself, from my values, from my well-being, from the life I actually wanted to live. And that realization was both painful and powerful because it forced me to ask a very important question. What is success really supposed to look like? The leadership lessons burnout taught me would be the first lesson is success without alignment leads to burnout. We live in a world that celebrates achievement, promotions, titles, revenue, growth, the number of cars you have, but very rarely do we ask a deeper question. Is this success aligned with who I truly am? And if your career pulls you away from your values, your health, or your relationships, your energy will eventually collapse. You can push for a while, but you cannot push forever. Sustainable success always requires alignment. Lesson number 2 I would want to share with you is leadership without love becomes pressure. One of the biggest realizations I had during burnout was this. Many organizations confuse pressure with leadership. But true leadership is not about control. It's not about pushing people harder. It's about empowering them. Great leaders create environments where people feel seen, respected, supported, inspired to grow. When leaders operate without empathy or humanity, workplaces become toxic. And when leadership is rooted in respect and care, and something really incredible happens. People thrive, teams grow stronger, and performance improves naturally. That is the kind of leadership I now call love-led leadership, and that I talk so much in my book, Love, Lead, Succeed. Lesson number 3 would be true success begins the moment you choose yourself. This is one of the most important lessons Burnout taught me. Choosing yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. For years, I believed that leadership meant giving everything: your time, your energy, your health, your personal life. But real leadership starts with self-respect. Because when you respect your own boundaries, you teach others to respect theirs. When you protect your energy, you become a better leader. And when you choose alignment, your entire life begins to transform. Here's a practical tip for you. If there's one small practice that helped me begin rebuilding my life after burnout, it's this. Every morning, ask yourself one simple question. What truly matters today? Not 10 priorities, not 20 tasks, just one meaningful priority, because clarity creates focus, and focus protects your energy. Burnout did not destroy my life. In many ways, it saved it, because it forced me to redefine success. And today, success for me is not just about achievement and the number of emails I answer and the number of meetings. It's all about alignment. It's about leadership that empowers people. And it's about living a life that reflects the person I truly want to be. So your journey is not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. And if this message resonates with you, share it with someone you care about. And if you're ready to reclaim your time, purpose, energy, and power, send me a message with the word rise. And I will see you tomorrow. So you keep on shining, growing, and living with Love Lead Succeed.